Alright, it finally happened. James Harden was finally traded to the Los Angeles Clippers last night. The deal included James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Filip Petrusev going to the Los Angeles Clippers for KJ Martin, Nick Batum, Marcus Morris, and Robert Covington. So I literally wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go to the gym before work, and then I see that Woj I got 4 notifications from him, and then Harden finally gets moved 3 in the morning last night on the East Coast. They didn't have to give up Norman Powell or Terrence Mann either. They're basically just going all in on this team. They were able to keep those guys. They gave up a unprotected 2028 first round pick, which could mean something because I highly doubt that Kawhi, Harden, George, or Westbrook are on this team in 5 years. And if any of them are, they're not going to be playing at the same level that they are right now. I also don't even know if they're going to be able to afford James Harden at the end of this season anyway. And yeah, the 76ers finally move him. They don't get Terrence Mann. They don't get Bones Highland in this deal. Apparently there could be another team getting involved with a first round pick that the Clippers are sending to the Sixers. Not sure if that would involve one of these guys getting moved in this deal. It is 5:30 in the morning right now, so if that does come out, I don't know yet, so don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, this Clippers team going all in this season. They are getting that new stadium soon, so I know that Steve Ballmer and this Clippers team wants to win a championship with this window and have some excitement going into that new arena. And you know what? They are able to keep a solid bench too. Bones Highland is off to a fantastic start this season. They were able to keep Terrence Mann, like I mentioned, which is just huge for them. And yeah, they'll have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard in the same starting 5. This would be an all-time team in 2016. So I hope you guys are doing well today. And we basically get our 3rd blockbuster trade in the NBA over the last month, or basically just in the month of October. Well, I guess over the last month, because at the end of September, Dame was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on October 1st, Drew Holiday got traded to the Boston Celtics. And now on the last day of October, on Halloween no less, James Harden is traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. So funny enough, I did have a trading James Harden 76ers rebuild coming out for you guys today. I did a fun trade with him going to the Pelicans. And also 2K implemented the mid-season tournament. You guys will see that, I guess, in future videos. I downloaded a specific type of setting here today and just kind of different sliders. And I guess it just didn't incorporate the mid-season tournament, which is fine. Okay, we're just not off to a good start. I actually started recording this video a little bit ago too, and I realized I wasn't recording my audio. And I swear to God, this team was 20-5. So of course now, for the real version of this, we're 9-15 with this team. What is going on? Oh my God, can they coexist? I mean, probably not, man, with all these mouths to feed offensively and how this team is going to be. But yeah, they did add the midseason tournament where you play 4, I believe, group stage games, and then you pretty much got to go 3-1 in those group stage games to advance to the Elite 8. And there's 3 group stages per conference, so 4 teams advance, so there's basically a wild card team as well. And yeah, this Clippers team that has a negative $128 million in the bank right now is 11-18 to start the season. Yeah, we're gonna have to turn things around pretty soon. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on the Harden trade in the comments below. I'm really curious to see how this team works offensively. You might be better off having Russ come off the bench and running that second unit, but I also just don't know how a bench unit with Russ and Bones Highland in the backcourt's going to work out floor spacing wise. And if you have Mason Plumlee out there, I guess PJ Tucker could space the floor for you. But yeah, I'm wondering who's kind of in that starting 5. Maybe you just insert Terrence Mann or PJ Tucker into that starting 5. So you have Norman Powell and Russell Westbrook coming off the bench together. Because that could be pretty lethal. Having Russ, who's still a good player, and Norman Powell off the bench together could really run that second unit, and maybe Terrence Mann. And that's a very good trio for sure. And maybe Mason Plumlee's in there. You did have to give up Robert Covington, which will hurt in this trade, but I think they're happy not having to give up Bones Highland, Terrence Mann, or Norman Powell in this trade. They were able to keep all 3. KJ Martin is a nice young piece too. He's going to Philly. Philly adds some more bench depth for sure with this trade because Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, Robert Covington going back to the Sixers. He was part of the Trust the Process team. And KJ Martin could all help them out this year and possibly next year and forward if they do re-sign some of them. But yeah, obviously you're losing a little bit of talent in here, and you were going to get pennies on the dollar for James Harden. Final year of his deal, not the player he used to be. Kind of been a locker room cancer as well over the last few years for his time in Houston, Brooklyn, and now Philly. He's requested 3 trades basically in the last 4 seasons, which is just wild to think about. So I'm hoping it works out in Los Angeles, but who knows, man. I mean, it's a lot of grown-ups in the room for sure, with Russ, Kawhi, and PG all being later in their careers. They have Ty Lue, who's dealt with so many personalities in his coaching career. We're here at the All-Star draft, and we do get Kawhi Leonard as an All-Star, averaging 17 points and shooting 30% from 3. It's an serious all-star right there. No James Harden, no Paul George, no Russell Westbrook. We are a game above 500 at 24 and 23. You know there's going to be some load management from this team for sure. Shout out to Norman Powell, still averaging 14 points and 40% from 3. There's Russell Westbrook, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Not the best efficiency in the world. How many assists is James Harden averaging? Yeah, 9.3. That's pretty cool. So we're about to get towards the trade deadline, and if I can go even more all in, I will, because I need to win a championship this year, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to afford James Harden, if 2K is going to even allow me to do that because of bird rights, because I don't even think that the Clippers are going to be able to get his bird rights, at least in 2K. So I'm going to try to win a championship this year, and who knows, like Russell Westbrook too. I don't even know if I would have bird rights on him. All right, so we're going to be doing this trade with the Portland Trailblazers. I'm giving them Ivica Zubac, Kobe Brown, who was the 30th overall pick here in the 2023 draft, a swap worse with OKC there in 2025, a future second, and we're getting Time Lord Robert Williams to be our rim protector for the playoffs. A little bit undersized at 6'9", but I think he'll be okay. Him and Kawhi in the front court should be fine defensively, and we're getting Vasily Mizic there, so he might be a depth piece down the line, but Mizic is under contract next year, which will be huge for us because we need as many guys under contract next year as possible. So let's re-sign Kawhi Leonard right now. 3 years, $42 million annually. That is just a brutal deal. It looks like Paul George is going to hit free agency. I can't extend James Harden or Russell Westbrook or even Mason Plumlee. So yeah, we're going to have a decent amount of free agents. We're 26 and 24. Hopefully we could still end the season with, I'm hoping, around 45 wins, at least be a top 6 seed. I don't really want to chalk it up for this team to advance in the play-in tournament because 2K with the Clippers is kind of indifferent. Sometimes they do really well. Sometimes they don't even make the playoffs at all in year one. So John Moran ends the season as the MVP. 2K just loves doing that. Taylor Norton Tucker, what a season as your 6th man. Could not hit a 3 to save his life, but a solid year nonetheless. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year, THT Most Improved. And also, like, I'm very excited for the post James Harden Sixers rebuild that I'm actually going to do tomorrow, just because on how that team is going to look like for the future. I may trade Joel Embiid because Tyrese Maxey is a beast. I predicted him to win Most Improved this year. I think it's going to happen, as James Harden's on All-NBA second team, averaging 25 and 9.5, the only Clipper there on an All-NBA team. But yeah, like for that post Harden Sixers rebuild, it's going to be really fun because that future doesn't look too bright at the moment. Yes, they will have some cap space in the 2024 offseason. It's not a good class nonetheless. Like once Pascal Siakam maybe either resigns or like he goes, like it's basically pretty much thin after him unless there's a surprising opt-out. So yeah, that is going to be an exciting rebuild nonetheless. So make sure you're subscribed and you check into that rebuild when it happens. We are currently the 3 seed going up against the 6-seeded Golden State Warriors in round 1. Whew, this would be a very entertaining matchup for sure. I may have Russell Westbrook come off the bench. The team played a lot better with him as like a 6th man for us, so I think that's going to happen. James Harden. See, like the problem is like with James Harden as the starting point guard, like Russ will dig into those minutes. So I have to construct it in a way. I don't know, maybe Russ will start. Robert Williams with 10.8 rebounds. Harden and Russ led the team in assists. 7 for Russ, which is pretty sick. We had 3 guys over a steal a night and then 2.1 blocks for Robert Williams. That was an elite pickup for sure at the deadline. So yeah, Robert Williams is going to play a ton of minutes, man, because we need his defensive rim protecting right now. I think Russ could stay at probably around like 27 minutes a night. He doesn't need to play like 35. I think we're going to try to do 36 to the big 3 of Harden, George, and Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, we can do 36 there, and I got 4 more minutes. I think I may just give him the Norman Powell. Like, Bones Highland was solid for us this year. He's off to a very good start in real life for sure. Terrence Mann, kind of disappointing. He was on the back burner, but he is under contract next year. He should have a larger role. So we're going up against Golden State, and I could play Kawhi at the 4 at 6'7", and Robert Williams at the 5 at 6'9" against the Warriors because they don't really have too much size because they're starting some undersized guys in the front court as well in Draymond and Looney. Now, if we get on to face like Nikola Jokic in round 2, I'll probably switch that up a little bit and maybe insert, I don't really know because I don't really think PJ Tucker's going to help out size-wise. But anyway, we do beat the Warriors by a lot here in game 1. Harden with 25 and 8 in his Clippers playoff debut. We win game number 2. We win by 6 here. George with 29, Harden 24, Kawhi 21, 8 and 5, Russ with 9 assists and 4 steals as well. And we're up 2-0 on the Warriors, but they do win game 3 by 20 because Steph drops 45. Game number 4 goes to the Clippers, and we're up 3-1. Now let's hope what doesn't happen is what happened in the second round of the bubble playoffs, where the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead, and that does not happen. We end up winning in 5. Norman Powell with 25 off the bench, 13 assists for Kawhi Leonard, 23 rebounds for Robert Williams. Hell yeah. And this team is going to advance to the second round to take on, the Denver Nuggets. All right, so yeah, this is a rematch of round 2 in the bubble, and yeah, this Nuggets team is obviously like the clear front runner to repeat this year for sure, looking at the first couple of games here in the NBA season. So yeah, we're taking on the Denver Nuggets Nuggets, who didn't really make any moves at the deadline. We'll see if I need to make some changes with this rotation, but we do end up winning by 19 points in game 1. Kawhi with 36-11, 8-4. Russ with 33-5. Game number 2, we end up losing by 3 to the Denver Nuggets. Jokic with 28, 20, 10, 3-2. Okay, get out of here. Game number 3 goes to the Los Angeles Clippers, and James Harden has 31, 8, and 11. Kawhi with 28 and 9. Robert Williams with 10 and 22. 4 blocks as well. Going on to game number 4 here, and we pick up the dub. We end up winning by 33 points. Paul George with 26. Kawhi with 25. Harden with 24, 10, and 14. 3 steals as well, as we are now just 1 game away from the conference finals. And boom, there it is. We win by 2 at home. We had 4 guys score 20 points, and we just, gentlemen, swept the Warriors and the Nuggets, the last 2 NBA champions. But now we're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies here in the conference finals. 2K does love the Grizzlies and Ja Morant in the simulation. You have 2 Central Division teams over there in the East, in the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Game 1 goes to the LA Clippers, 134, 121. Kawhi with 36, 7, and 6. Russ with 21 and 10. Hell yeah. Game number 2, the Clippers do win by 40. Paul George with 28, Kawhi with 24, Norman Powell with 21. 21 assists for James Harden. Get out of here. That is an insane performance. We are currently 10-2 in the playoffs right now. Game number 3 is going to go to the Memphis Grizzlies, unfortunately. Ooh, they blow us out by 32 points. Okay, that's fine. We had to be humbled eventually. Game number 4, okay. We end up losing by 14 points. All right, I'm done being humbled. Can we not lose this? Harden really fouled out in 15 minutes. Game number 5, huge rubber match in Memphis too. Oh no, are they really going to win 3 unanswered? All right, they're going to win 3 unanswered, aren't they? Unless we come back here in the 4th, but that is not going to happen. Oh, we have a major choke job right now. We need to force a game 7. We are choking beyond belief. Oh, we were up 2-0. I was getting so cocky. We get humbled 1 game. Next thing you know, we're down 3-2. But we are going to win by double digits here in game 6 to force a game 7. We win by 18. Paul George, baby. We're getting playoff P right now, not pandemic P. Harden, who's not been the greatest playoff performer in his career, does pretty well there. Kawhi kind of struggled. Norman Powell killed it off the bench. Here we go. Game 7. Oh, it's in Memphis. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, man. Don't get blown out. Please just don't get blown out. And we're getting blown out. Man, why? I'm just scared. I'm going to press continue simulation, and we're just going to go down by 15 plus. Oh, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay, it's looking better. I'm so nervous, man. I'm so nervous. Up by 1 here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter is really where dreams go to die. They really can mess up your game and your game flow. Okay, we're currently up by 4, up by 5. Don't blow this. Up by 8. Oh my god, we're up by 10 with a minute left. Do not blow a 10 point lead in a minute. Let's go. Paul George, Western Conference Finals MVP, Donovan Mitchell in the East, and the LA Clippers are back in the NBA Finals. I don't know why I said that, because the Clippers have never made it to an NBA Finals. We're still trying to win their first championship in franchise history. We're going up against the team that 2K loves in the simulation. And they've added Mitchell Robinson. They moved Jared Allen to the bench. Okay. Looks like Karis LeVert was the other partner in that trade. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. Clippers versus Cavs. Cavs win game 1 by 4 in overtime. You gotta be kidding me. We gotta win the close ones, man. Come on. Kawhi with 32 and 11. James Harden with 28 and 10. Game number 2. Okay, thank God. We could not afford to go down 2-0. We split the games in Cleveland. Honestly, I'll take that. Damn, 1 overtime L away from being up 2-0. Oh my God, we lose by 24. And we're down 2-1. Don't go down 3-1, please. Don't go down 3-1. Yes. All right, we stay alive. We blow them out by 28 points. Harden with 30 and 17. He doesn't want to go home just yet. Game number 5 goes to the LA Clippers. Hell yeah, man. We win 150-122. Harden with 32. Time Lord with 17 and 17. Russ with 11 and 10. And here we go. Game 6 of the NBA Finals in Los Angeles. I would love to win it on the home floor. So I don't want to go back to Cleveland for a game 7. It's back and forth here all game long. Just don't let them pull away here in the 4th. Okay, there we go. We're up by 3 with 3.5 minutes. Up by 1. Up by 3 with 90 seconds to go. All right, I can't choke this, man. Oh, man, I am nervous, though, because the Cavs are so good. So let's just kind of get the starters in. I don't know if I want Russ in now, but definitely happy with Paul George guarding Donovan Mitchell. Kawhi, go up on the screen. Oh, no, Mitchell pulls up. No good, but they got the size in Evan Mobley. Oh, damn it, he's going to hit that. Yeah, that's going to be a brutal matchup. Kawhi up against Evan Mobley right there. I'm trying to see if we do have any mismatches. I mean, Kawhi against Mobley. No, I see the mismatch. I mean, Okay, we do got Paul George getting guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Like, Mitchell is a good defender, but Paul George has the size. Pick and roll with Kawhi. Kawhi's got 34 here in Game 6. What a find from Paul George as Mitchell couldn't get over the screen, and we are back up by 3. Come on, let's get a stop. Paul George only has 12 points in this game. Oh, man, they're really running the pick and roll here. All right, Time Lord, don't go. Okay, there we go. Stay on Mitchell Robinson. He can't, like, scare me out there. He can't shoot the 3 ball at all. We got Harden guarding Darius Garland. I mean, this is not a great defensive matchup by any means. All right, Harden's holding his own, though. Oh, God. Oh, no. No and ones. No and ones. No and ones. Kawhi. All right, Mobley gets it to go. Oh, man, I am nervous right now. I am nervous. I can't. Oh, man. Because Kawhi, like, definitely has, like, I don't even know if he has the speed advantage over Evan Mobley. I kind of wanted to take a 3 with Harden. Kick that up to Paul George. One more to Kawhi for 3, please. Bang! Kawhi Leonard from downtown. Let's freaking go. That was so clutch. I passed that up with Paul George because I thought Mobley was going to contest it. And then Mobley contests the Kawhi one. It doesn't matter. Kawhi knocks down the 3 to put us up by 4 with 26 seconds to go. He's got ice in his veins. Clutch Kawhi. He's got 37. All right, we don't want to really allow any 3s. They're going to go to Garland here in the corner. Nope, they kick it out to Donovan Mitchell, who's guarded by James Harden. Somehow has A- perimeter D. Oh, no. Mitchell gets a good look. He misses it. I get it out of oh, my God, thank God. We got it out of Russ's hands. I do not want him taking the free throws. And I almost turned that over, too. Let's freaking go, man. It's looking like the Clippers are going to win the 2024 NBA championship. Paul George knocks down the first free throw, and he goes 2 for 2. And Donovan Mitchell misses the 3. We are going to win this game. It is also weird, though, because this trade happened around 4 hours ago, and we don't know, like, the full details on where, like, that third pick is, like, included and where it's coming from. Which I just went on Twitter, and it got me nervous, because people were like, is this trade even real? But it is real, because Paul George is, or excuse me, Paul George, Woj just tweeted it out multiple times. So we're up by 8 with 8 seconds. Thank God we're going to win a championship in year 1, man, because I have no idea if I'm even going to be able to retain half of this roster, including Harden and Russell Westbrook, as Garland misses the 3, and your Los Angeles Clippers finally win an NBA Finals as they end up beating the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. And Time Lord is holding up the trophy. We don't see a glitch here. It's funny because in the 76ers Harden rebuild, like, the other team was celebrating we won a championship there. But there's Russ getting his first ring. Harden gets his first ring. Kawhi could get his 3rd Finals MVP on 3 different teams. Paul George gets his first ring. And yeah, James Harden gets Finals MVP. So it's not Kawhi Leonard, Harden. That's cool, man. It's fitting because he's in the title and the thumbnail of this video. We end up winning in 6. Hell yeah, man. LeBron James does retire. He's like, I've seen enough. What happened to the game I loved? He's done with the NBA. So yeah, obviously we're not going to really have any draft picks here. The Pacers get our pick at 30. I'm sure that pick has just been thrown around a ton. And shout out to Ty Lue for winning the NBA championship with us. So I'm really nervous on how free agency is going to look. Ron Holland was the #1 overall pick to the Detroit Pistons. The OKC Thunder got Justin Edwards at 2. Matas Buzelis to the Trailblazers at 3. We got Naquan Tomlin there at pick 36 and Gani Kingsley there at pick 44. I don't know if they're going to be on the team for a while. As Russ opts out of his $4 million player option, can't say I'm surprised. George opts out of his $48 million player option. I'm a little surprised, but, you know, I get it. We're going to give everybody here the qualifying offer. I guess if we get back Primo, I should have traded him, honestly, because he might have some trade value in 2K. All right, so we have bird rights on Harden. Let's freaking go. I was kind of nervous about that. And the Brooklyn Nets are trying to get James Harden back. Hell no. So we're about to give him the worst contract in NBA history. 4 years, $212 million for James Harden. And we're making sure we're getting Paul George because the 76ers are trying to get involved in him. But yeah, you can see free agency here. Like, Drew Holiday could technically become a free agent, but it would be kind of a shocker if he left Boston. Siakam could be a free agent. Maxey and Claxton are restricted. I guess Klay Thompson, but he's going to be at 34 years old. It's not the best free agency class, and I'm sure a lot of these guys will end up even just re-signing throughout the season. So I want to bring back Russ, but he wants $30 million, which I can't afford. But yeah, we get back James Harden and Paul George. Unfortunately, though, I can't re-sign Russell Westbrook. We're going to look to bring back Robert Covington and hopefully... Oh, man. I thought I was going to get Mason Plumlee, but he just kind of... he ended up going to Houston. Okay. So yeah, with Russ no longer here, we could see a much, like, expanded role for guys like Bones Highland or Terrence Mann. I'm also going to look to pick up Josh Richardson on the minimum. And Alec Burks and Torian Prince as well. Hopefully, we get Torian Prince. There we go. Can we get Burks? No, we can't afford Burks, I guess. So did Russ end up signing? No, man. I think he's still out there. Well, Russ is not going to probably take the minimum to come back with me in 2K. Yeah, he's out there. I mean, he wants $26 million. He's not going to get it. I mean, on day 12, can I give Russ the minimum? $6.71 million. No trade clause. Come on, Russ. Resign with us. Damn it. Why? Like, I see OG Anunoby. I'll see like superstars sign veteran minimums on day 12 with other teams, but I can never get anybody like that. Let's see. Did Russ end up signing anywhere? He ended up not signing. Come on, man. So if we take a look here at player progression, Paul George, yeah, regresses a ton. Same with Harden, same with Kawhi. So I'm kind of glad that we ended up winning a title last year, because I wasn't going to be too confident winning it again in 2025. All right, so yeah, Russ is still a free agent. Can we afford him? He's not even interested. Of course he's not. But what about if we finesse it and we search him through Player Finder? Okay, well, my active roster is full, so we're going to cut probably Petrusev, because I'm going to try to trade like Josh Primo, and like he could be included in a Russ trade. Yeah, never mind. We can't get Russ. So yeah, like we have Harden, we have George, we have Kawhi, like Robert Covington could be the starting power forward this year. We could get a little bit like fancy and move Kawhi back to the power forward spot, but I'm fine with this for now. I'm just going to see if Russ signs anywhere, and we're off to a sweet 4-1 start this year. So yeah, Russ ended up signing. He ended up signing with the Utah Jazz, the team that traded for him technically and then bought him out. And he ended up as a Clipper back in the 2023 trade deadline with the Lakers trade. So yeah, I'm not going to give up Bones Highland for Russ, unfortunately. He's 2.5 stars, 3-star trade value. Luckily, it's at $2 million. Please tell me Josh Primo has some like weird... Okay, 2-star trade value. I'll give you my 2029 first-round pick. I just want Russ back. They say no. I'm going to give you 2 first-round picks. This is insane. This is insane. I'm getting robbed left and right. But I just wanted Brody back on the team, so now we got kind of the core, at least, from last season. And ever since we got Russ, we've honestly been a 500 team, and actually a little bit worse than that. All right, so through the team's first 50 games this season, basically going here into the All-Star draft, we are 27-23. So I don't think we're maybe as good as we were last year. Obviously, that makes sense with a bunch of these guys getting older. Did we get any All-Stars this season, though? Maybe a Kawhi Unserious All-Star. There we go. 17 points and an All-Star. But hey, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, good efficiency, elite defense. I'll take it. I'm surprised James Harden doesn't make it. I feel like 2K just kind of loves him in the simulation and just like the assist numbers that he puts up. He's averaging 8.3 on the year with 18 points. Paul George has been our leading scorer. His efficiency has been solid. It hasn't been anything crazy, but hasn't been bad at all. Bones Highland averaging 17 points this year. He's been a beast. Russ is averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. So yeah, like Bones Highland could have been the point guard for sure. I don't really know how that would have fit defensively with him and Harden back there, but we're approaching the trade deadline, and we're going to be making this trade. My last first-round pick that I could ever trade, Kingsley, who was a second-round pick, and Terrence Mann for Naz Reid and Shake Milton from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So yeah, like Naz Reid at the power forward spot could be kind of deadly for the remainder of the season. I'm excited to see what him and Robert Williams can do, because Naz Reid can space the floor. I mean, way better than basically any other big man that I could have gotten. Like, it was Brook Lopez, but Brook Lopez gets so bad in 2K as you simulate these seasons. So yeah, let's hope we can go back-to-back and win another championship for the LA Clippers. And Darius Garland wins the MVP award. Isaiah Collier, Rookie of the Year. Amen Thompson, 6th Man of the Year. Depoy Giannis, Most Improved. Brandon Miller, shout out to Brandon Miller in Charlotte. Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player of the Year. And the Cavs with JB Bickerstaff goes 67-15. They're trying to avenge last year's team for sure. We didn't get anybody on an All-NBA team or an All-Defensive team yet. We do get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, both 33 and 34. They're making the All-Defensive team. They're still buying in. No load management from me in this game. We ended the season, though, as the 6th seed in the Western Conference. We were always going to be more of like a playoff team. I'm just glad we didn't have to play in the play-in tournament. I mean, we had an 8-game lead over the 7th-seeded Lakers. So I think this team can for sure win it all this year. We had 5 guys basically scored north of 15 points in Reed, Highland, Leonard, Harden, and George. Russ was the other guy above 10 points. Norman Powell took a little bit of a step back this year, but the efficiency wasn't too bad. Game 1 against the Pelicans, we ended up losing, though, by 7 points. Well, that's not fun. Kawhi with 23, Harden with 10 and 15, 4 turnovers, 5 for 12. Oh, that's just great. Game number 2 goes to the LA Clippers. We win by 4. Norman Powell with 24 points. 15 rebounds for Robert Williams and 3 blocks as well. Game number 3 goes to the Pelicans. Okay, we're currently down by, or we lost by 18. We're down 2-1. For a lot of reasons, I don't feel as confident as we were last year. Oh man, we ended up losing. Harden with 26 and 11. Norman Powell with 21. Can we win? No, we end up getting gentlemen swept. All right, yep, I'm just really glad I won the championship last year, as the Grizzlies are playing the Cavs in the finals, and the Grizzlies, I think, just blew a 3-0 lead. Oh my goodness, they were up. Yep, 3-0. And then the Cavs ended up winning. So the Cavs go back-to-back. Holy crap, they dominated the Eastern Conference, going 12-1. And then they basically just lost 3 in a row to the Grizzlies. And then just came back down 3-0. That's insane. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this LA Clippers rebuild. Let me know if you did in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think of this trade. Yeah, James Harden is finally an LA Clipper. I'm very excited for the post-James Harden 76ers rebuild that you guys will see tomorrow. Yeah, drop a like if you guys did enjoy. I love you guys, and I'll catch you all on that one. Peace.